Hey guys, happy Tuesday after a long weekend. I hope you guys are getting back to the work week and just kind of loving life. And hope you've had a good day so far. So, short week, hopefully, for most of you. I took my mom to have some surgery today on her eyes. I've decided that I don't want to get older. To have some cataract stuff done on this eye today, and then she'll go back for the other eye next week. And point of the story is she's supposed to have great vision afterwards, so that's the plus, right? With no glasses, another plus. Um, we're gonna follow up on last week, and we talked about what did we talk about, people? Like motivation. That's what it was, motivation. And part of motivation is the way that we talk to ourselves, the way that we think, the way that we let it process in our mind. I'm going to give you an example. I want to lose weight. I set my goal at losing weight. Okay. I say I'm going to exercise 3 times a week. Okay. Well, that negative self talk that says, thoughts, not talk, self thoughts are, oh, you can't do it. It's too hard. I'm too tired. Oh, I can do it tomorrow. That's all thinking. That's all the way your brain is thinking. And normally it's because you've done this pattern before or you've had something similar happen. So those thoughts automatically come into your head. I'm not good enough to be able to do exercise to lose weight. Whatever it should be, these negative thoughts come out. And they are hard when it comes to motivations. They are difficult to work through, difficult to get through, just difficult to push through. The other thought to the side of that is negative self-talk. So not only are we thinking it, right? But when we're talking about, I have a friend that's invited me to the gym and I'm like, oh, Diane, don't go. You're going to make yourself look a fool. You're dumb. Don't do it. No, don't do it. I tell myself, I physically vocalize that I cannot. You know what that does? You know what that does to motivation? Kills it. It shreds it down. It makes it go away. It drains on that motivation you have. It's definitely not uplifting and positive. It's the devil's advocate, so I say. It's the little devil sitting on your shoulder versus the little angel that's trying to motivate you over here. So our negative thoughts and thinking and self-talks totally can screw with the mindset and motivation that you have to get whatever it is done. We talked about weight loss right there. Let's talk about saving money. Okay. So you want a new car and you want it to be, I don't know, let's go with a Tesla. Okay. You want the new Tesla and boy, oh boy, you're going to start saving for it, right? Well, before you even start saving, you're going to be like, I can't get it. No, there's no way I can actually get this Tesla. I mean, that's your negative self-talk. Like, it's just not going to happen. What am I thinking? I'm not good enough to do that. So your negative self-talk kicks in. And then our thoughts also kick in. Like, I'll never own something that nice. I don't deserve it. What was I thinking? Just everything that comes with that pattern of negativity. And eventually, if you don't have motivation or you don't have a way to outweigh that with your positives, then what happens is you end up killing that dream before it even exists. We'll go with relationships. Your goal is to meet girl or boy that's nice, kind, gentle, has good communication, that listens well. And so you set this goal and that's what you want. And then the moment you write it down, you're like, oh man, maybe I'm really a bad person, like that last ex said, or maybe I just don't deserve to be happy, or I don't deserve a good guy or girl. I don't, all these thoughts come racing in, and it becomes overwhelming. And that goal of hitting, what you're wanting to do, such as finding a healthier relationship, becomes null and void, and you settle with what you've told yourself negatively. And the motivation to reach out and strive and work towards all just diminishes. It's no more. It isn't a thing. That motivation is not there because our negative mindset has such a control on who we are, what we do, how we think, what we say. Okay? So we have to find a way to balance that. And I could say, just think positive. It's all it takes. No, it's not what it takes. Just as that becomes easy to do, is fall into that negative thought process or that negative self-talk, that's very easy. And it's not so easy to be positive. I deserve it. I work hard. I'm worthy. I deserve. That's not so easy. So we have to practice. We have to practice. And I am telling you, practicing being positive is one of the hardest practices of all. Period. Okay? Back in story of me. I gained my beautiful daughter, 6-7 years ago. And believe it or not, she was my high school best friend's daughter. And I've always been very active in her life from birth, which I was at, until now. Okay? So I get this little girl that's, 16 and should be in the prime of life and going to school and enjoying life and flirting with boys and going out with friends and having a good time. And all she wanted to do was sit in her bed and just be alone. Because that's all she's used to mentally thinking. Because she'd been through so much in her life, whether it be school, peers, home, just negativity, okay? Not saying that her parentals are bad. Don't go there with me. I'm not saying that. I love and I cherish her mother. I love and cherish the man that helped with her. I'm just saying that her personal experiences had been negative. Things that had happened. It wasn't always easy. She was a little bit bigger, so peers picked on her. And I'm telling you, her negative thought process wiped out any motivation she had to go to public school and go to a big public school, to get engaged or involved in sports or activities. Like, she felt that she totally did not deserve anything. Okay? Not even my attention, for me to want her to be there. Like, not even me. It's not just everybody. She didn't even think she deserved my attention. And it was hard because how do you get somebody out of the shell of thinking negative? Okay? And so when I get her, I'm like, so what do you want in life? Like, what motivates you to want to do good in your life? And I want people to like me, and I want to be, work with kids, and I want to do this. And I had to pull all that out of her, and that was hard because God knows she's not a talker about her own emotions or her feelings. But I was able to reach a goal. Okay, so then I had to motivate her. I had to help her motivate herself. Well, part of the first thing is when you're trying to motivate yourself to do something, you have to find something positive. You have to find the why, the what you want, the what you are willing to do, the why. And you have to be able to, just as you're being negative, say something positive. Okay? So, for her example, she just beat herself up all the time. Okay? She wasn't pretty enough. She wasn't skinny enough. She wasn't this. She didn't have a pretty smile. Blah, blah, blah. Her eyes were too brown. Blah, blah, blah. Very, very negative. Like, very, very negative. So what I did with her is I found, ways, kind of like this board, but better. I had a vanity in her room and I made her write positive affirmations. I am pretty, I am good enough, I am friendly, I am this. And I had to get her to think positive about her so that some of this outweighed negativity could go away. It's hard. It's hard. And it's not only hard as a 16-year-old, it's hard as a 42-year-old, it's hard as a 35-year-old, because in some point in life, we've went through something that brings us down and we don't think that we have the motivation to push through to reach for what we want. We just get by. We don't have that true motivation. Okay? So it took weeks of just getting her motivated to think positively. And then it took months for her to be motivated to think positively and apply it to who she is. And then it took months to get her to think positive, motivate, who she is, what she wants, and what she thinks she needs. And it took months for transformation. Okay? Today, the one thing that I can tell you she doesn't think bad about herself. She doesn't think she's ugly. She doesn't think her eyes are too brown. I'm sure she still nitpicks at herself because we all do that. Like, my face is breaking out like a teenager right now. Okay, whatever. I'm very blessed in saying that I've always found motivation in just thinking positive of myself, which sounds really weird. It motivates me to be able to say, I am caring, I am kind, I am loving, I am deserving, I am worthy. That motivates me. And that motivates me so deep in here that it makes me want to set more goals. Like, get on YouTube because I am all that. I can be here on YouTube talking to you because I am worthy. What I have to say is worthy. Okay? But guys, it took a lot of negativity to work through to get to this point. It took a lot of people pushing and believing and listening and depending on me for me to say, I got this. And if nobody wants to hear what I have to say, it's okay. That's even motivating because it's overcoming something else, that rejection. But if somebody likes what I have to say and we can go into avenues of talking about negative self-talk or negative thoughts or how we can change those thought processes by just doing simple steps. Let's do it. Let's motivate each other to think better of ourselves, to know that we deserve better of ourselves, to encourage each other to think positive, and also that to be a role model for the person sitting next to you that may be in that same negative thought process and just needs a little shove. If I can get that out to you, that if you will look beyond your own negative thoughts, get that little devil off your shoulder and just think about the why, you will go so much further in reaching goals. Your motivation will be filled within here. Your desires, your wants, your needs will be felt here. And you will have so much motivation that you will soar. And it'll be a memory that you ever had that negativity setting here. Now, am I saying every day is going to be a great day? No, sweetie. There's still days that I battle this demon right here. And I have some bad days. And there's times that, I say things because of negative thinking. I'm human and so are you. But what makes this different is that, like myself, I allow myself to feel the feeling. If I'm sad, I'm sad. If I'm mad, I'm mad. If I'm hurt, I'm hurt. If I'm angry, I'm angry. And I allow myself to feel that feeling and then I let it go and I let it motivate my next movement. Why are you sad about it? Oh, okay. But I change my thought process. I stop what I'm doing and I think about what the process or the problem is or why I'm thinking this. Like, for an example, easiest for me to do is the whole weight loss because, hello, I've struggled with it all my life. Okay? It's not that I don't want to. Not at all. It's hard. It's freaking hard. It's hard to say, I will not do this. I will not eat bread. I will not eat this. I will not eat this. I will. It's hard. It's restrictive. And it's not fun. But what I can tell you is that in the mindset that I have, fun's not always good. But I didn't mean that. Restrictive is not always fun, but it's often needed. Like, we have to restrict ourselves in a diet stance, okay? We have to put those restrictions there to learn to grow and make changes. And then we can work on becoming a whole with less restrictions once we've learned what we're doing. But my willpower it kind of blows. And it's kind of funny because last year I went through this phase. I'm like, I want to go walk. And William's like, let's go walk. I'll go walk with you. And then I didn't want to. Like, I had a support system and I didn't want to. Why? It wasn't because of him. It's because I was sad and depressed and in a funk and I was going through that start at COVID and I didn't have a job and I felt worthless and I wasn't worthy of losing weight because, why am I worthy of losing weight and looking good and feeling better if I can't even have a job? But nobody understood that. And I didn't know how to express that then. Was farthest from my thought process of being able to sit down and have a conversation about it. But you know what? We sat down and we worked it out and we talked about it and he's like, what can I do? And I'm like, I don't know that there's anything that you can do, but I can tell you, please don't give up on me. If I say, hey, I want to go walk if you want to go walk with me. If I say, hey, I want a burger with no bread, I'm going to eat a burger and bread and it's okay. Because my willpower is there. My positive thoughts are, I deserve to feel better. I deserve what I desire in life. I deserve to be able to watch my granddaughter walk across the graduation stage and get married. I deserve all of that. I deserve everything that I want in life. But I have to work for it. And I have to keep my motivation where it is. And I have to be honest about negative thoughts. And I have to identify them. And I have to process them. And then I have to let them go. And I have to change that thought and create a positive thought process or positive self-talk. I have to change that. So if I can help you in any way with that, please reach out to me. It's not easy, guys. It's not easy. You're not going to be like, Diane said to think positive and it's going to happen. No, this may motivate you for a minute, but next week when you start having that same trigger or something happens and you're like, oh, I can't do it. Reach out to me. Let's talk about it. Because I've told you guys, I'm here for you and I'm down for this. So please, if there's anything that I can do to help you, reach out. And I don't mind talking about anything. Again, I'm not a therapist. I will not do any of that with you, but I can talk to you and be your friend and be support and try to help you with that. And I'm here for it. I am back to work, y'all. I started back to work Saturday. Yeah, kind of weird. I went back to work on a weekend, but whatever. It was good. It was work. It was my work, and it felt like I'd never left because the craziness was still there, but it was what I needed. My heart needed it. I needed to feel like I am more than just COVID. Like I felt like I just became COVID. And I've never even had COVID. I just took the results of COVID being around and I made it mine. But I'm over that and I'm done. So, if I can help you guys in any way, I am a great researcher. If you need something for tools or research or, self-help guides or self-support, even if you need a therapist, I can direct you to a therapist or give you ideas in your area. Just let me know. So for now, I'm going to sign off of here. I'm going to sit back. We're having some shish kebabs tonight, some chicken shish kebabs. So I'm going to wait for a wonderful dinner and I'm going to enjoy and relax. And that's it. So not sure what day I'll be back. We're trying to figure out the scheduling. But it'll be soon. So until then, please remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, or you won't know when I come back. Guys, have a great night, and thank you for listening. Bye.